Adam must go back in time to investigate the disappearance of another time traveler. To do so, he must enlist his teenage self. Hey everyone, welcome back to Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Ale Panetta. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, comment, let us know what you think. Check out our Patreon, do what you can. Today, we'll be reviewing The Adam Project, directed by Sean Levy.
What is more Ryan Reynolds than Ryan Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds playing himself again, and he's going back in time to accidentally find himself. Hey guys, it's time to save the future.
Now that you mentioned it, I'm surprised they didn't have more Ryan Reynolds in this movie with all the time travel going on.
I couldn't believe they had a kid playing Ryan Reynolds.
You know, this kid looked exactly like Ryan Reynolds.
It probably is.
It kind of freaked me out because, like, I was thinking at first, like, maybe they deep faked like parts of Ryan Reynolds on this kid.
You know what? They probably did.
Well, I thought about that. Then like later on, they got a different guy to do, I guess, deep fake. And that guy should be shot
in the face.
Ooh. Okay, well, we'll get into that too.
Catherine Keener, they did you wrong.
I don't even know who that was. I just remember like watching this, like they just like stapled like some face on some woman.
I only remember her from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, I can see why.
That's it.
This movie had some E.T. vibes that I didn't expect to see.
Yeah, that was weird.
Very, very coming of age, finding strange things.
I guess that's the weekend we're doing with all these movies. Coming of age. And I'm just going to go ahead and say I just saw Turning Red for the first time. Yeah.
And maybe reviewed it. I'm not sure when this will come in on the chronology here. But don't watch that movie then this movie, right?
Yeah,
back to back.
It's going to freaking mess it up.
Because you're going to think about like all the lessons that this person learned while turning into a giant red panda versus all the lessons this kid is not going to learn after dealing with wisecracking douchey Ryan Reynolds. Meanwhile, the kid's a douchebag.
Oh man,
in the beginning, jackass with a mouth on him, being a complete douche to his mom.
Yeah, who just lost her husband.
Yeah,
damn it.
We'll get into this movie.
Yeah,
but you know, I was thinking this movie kind of suffered from, to me, the Netflix syndrome of a movie of the day. Like even the
too big to fail, and somehow still does.
Even the name Adam Project. The name Adam Project to me sounds like a first draft name.
Yeah, it was like one of those draft names where they put out just because they don't want people to know what they're working on.
Like I said, that dude with the clipboard's got to come back and like rein it in, because I don't think Netflix has the cojones to actually like
tell the stars what to do.
They just let everyone go rampant. Because the director, he did Free Guy. And they just hired him to direct Deadpool 3. So depending on when you see it, hopefully it's good.
And the crazy thing is you for sure know Deadpool 3 is going to be great. It's going to be fun.
I think it's going to be better than Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 was kind of weird. But anyway,
it was a lull.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. But this movie is a time travel movie.
Yeah.
Which means before we start, we got to get back into the rules of time travel. So I've made a schematic.
Okay.
So if hopefully this YouTube one will come out on time. So there's various forms of time travel. I'm just going to kind of go through these really fast.
Yes, we've seen these.
Okay, we have seen these, and they'll put them on the screen so you don't have to hold it up. But Terminator rules, only one way back in time.
Yep.
It's just him and me. So the timeline is erased when you go back, and that changes everything to an alternate reality.
Yes, which is the one I still hold it to.
And then the next one, two-way, Back to the Future. Yep. We are experiencing a two-way time travel.
Yes.
And you can fix the timeline. That's why kind of like a wibbly wobbly there. So this is a two-way time travel.
Yep.
Here. And then the next version of time travel we have is the multiversal time travel.
Yep.
Which is parallel timelines. Remember, the multiverse is a concept in which we know very little about, according to Dr. Strange. But that's in which there's multiple timelines. To go back in time, you jump into another timeline and potentially change it, but you got to bring it back. And then, the next one is Doctor Who, also known as Timey-Wimey Big Ball. Don't get ahead of me.
If you're not watching it on YouTube, but let me just describe what this timey-wimey looks like. It looks like when the Peanuts gang takes off on dirt. They're running really fast.
Yeah, it's a big ball of timey-wimey stuff. Whereas it's not a straight line. It has to. Everything is in flux.
I jumped ahead here.
Yeah, I know. I said, don't get ahead of me.
I put my own foot somewhere.
It's a big ball of timey-wimey stuff. And then the next one we have is the Tomorrow War time travel. Well, anyway, what happens is there's two points.
Yes.
In this kind of time.
And they're adjacent.
It's like a river.
In the middle of this river, it's two things. It's like a middle of a river, a crack, you could say.
Yeah, it's a crack
A
in time.
fissure.
And what happens is they're always moving
A
at the same
sphincter. I mean, a fissure.
They're always moving at the same time.
Yes.
And it's the only way you can go back.
Sometimes they gyrate together.
And it moves, and sometimes they
can squeak by.
It smells really bad, and there's monsters, and so just to reiterate,
Yeah, that's not chocolate.
it's not chocolate. It's no fun that Tomorrow War type of time travel.
Yes. As we like to call it, plot hole.
But yeah, this is a two-way time travel.
Yes.
Much like Back to the Future, where you could change the past, you change the present. Someone put those up.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
That's good. That was a very learned experience.
Yeah, I can't wait to have those infographics up.
This would be fantastic.
So
What were we?
time travel rules.
There we go. So now that you understand the time travel rules.
So the prologue. I think this movie just grabbed multiple like action movies.
It felt like someone went back in time to all the movies, or they just told an intern, hey, watch all these movies, but only watch this time. I want you to make them into a film.
So I said prologue. Star Wars 2050. It was just Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds in a TIE fighter going back in time.
Yeah.
That was it. Just that. There.
Yep.
Prologue.
That's it.
And then anyway, maybe a voice and like, if you do this, Ryan Reynolds, you're stripped of your command. Yeah. And Ryan was like, what? What'd you say? Quip, 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 insert quip, insert quip, 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 quip.
He's quip with it.
It's quip, 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 quip. Quip it good. Hey, wait, hang on. Thank you. More quips.
There we go.
This is Ryan Reynolds.
And this is Netflix. Money.
And this is everybody else.
Shut up and take my money.
Pretty much.
So it starts with the loser kid, who's also named Adam, who is named Adam, I should say.
Curious.
Yeah. Who's getting into fights with some D-bag other middle school kids.
So it's like, I call this one the second prologue.
Maybe, yeah. I just called Act 1 because we're meeting I call this E.T.
Okay. There we go.
E.T. who gets in fights.
Very true.
Then the mom's like all mad. Played by Jennifer Garner, by the way. Hey, Jennifer Garner. And she's all mad because he's fighting. By the way, he gets his ass kicked.
Fight. Yeah.
He gets his ass kicked by these kids. So I don't know why they're all mad at him.
Yeah.
But I have to say, this kid does look like Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. And he is also very quippy, like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, don't worry. Ryan Reynolds, he took care of that.
Yeah.
And everyone's like...
Shut up and take my money.
That's when he finds E.T. I mean...
What?
Ryan Reynolds in the woods.
Yes, in the woods.
Oh, actually, this was kind of funny. While his mom was on a date with some dude with a goatee.
Yeah.
And somehow Ryan Reynolds... Okay, so I did
timed it perfectly.
He timed it perfectly. He was shot from the pre-Star Wars chase. Mm-hmm. And it was a nice touch. The dog recognized him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That I liked. But I didn't like it how he was shot so bad that when he laughed, his intestines farted through his wound.
So
I'm like, oh, he's dying, right?
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to die.
Oh, good, it went through. I'm like,
is that ever good?
I don't know.
They say that a lot in movies, but I don't want people to.
I don't want to experience this at all.
I don't want people to get shot in the stomach and be like, "Oh, good."
He was shot through the side. It's like what is that? Your liver?
Anywhere in the intestines is bad.
Yeah.
Especially if air comes out of you when you. So like, let's say
that's a decompression event.
Let's say you get shot in the arm, right?
Yeah.
You're shot in the arm. You're like, oh, good, it's a through and through. So it could have went through the bone.
Yeah.
It could have went through your muscle.
There are arteries there.
It could have went through any of those arteries. See a doctor. There's no such thing as an easy through and through.
Yeah.
Who invented this term? I talked to one of my doctor friends.
Oh my God, just cough and like he coughed and it sounded like I don't even know the sound.
It sounded like this.
Yeah.
Wait.
That's exactly what it was.
But it came out of his
and then a little blood squirt.
Yeah.
Like gross.
Yeah. So that was pretty weird. I thought he was dying. Then I noticed the picture of their dad on the table was Mark Ruffalo. I'm like, oh, we're gonna see him again.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God,
Mark Ruffalo.
Then I realized because grew up with sisters and stuff. Apparently, this was a cast reunion for 13 going on 30 with Mark Ruffalo and Jennifer Garner. There you go.
So I didn't know. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome for that one.
I can go to bed tonight.
Useless knowledge.
Did you?
Also, my wife really likes that movie, so I've seen it a few times.
Did you know that Jesse Smollett was one of the kids in Mighty Ducks?
I didn't know this.
That blew my mind.
Holy crap.
There was another one. I think it makes more sense here, actually. And Taika Waititi and Ryan Reynolds were both in the Green Lantern. And Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
Taika was in it?
Yeah, he was his buddy. Like in the movie when he became a superhero. And he's like,
I didn't watch that movie.
Good. And he's like, the Taika Waititi was, I remember the scene, he's like, doesn't the superhero always get the girl? And then they cut that scene out for made-for-TV versions of the movie.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. They're at the house, and then they get into a goon fight with people from the future.
Yeah.
And they're setting traps, blowing them up. And Ryan Reynolds has a lightsaber.
Yeah, he's like a Darth Maul lightsaber.
It's a taser, but it's a lightsaber.
That eviscerates and evaporates bad guys.
Well, apparently if you kill a bad guy, a time traveler, they turn to dust, like vampires in Blade.
Yeah. Super weird.
Yeah.
Also, he has like this weird sixth sense for detecting where these guys will show up.
Yeah, right? They never explained that.
Yeah, I'm like...
He didn't have like a Star Trek tricorder or anything like that.
No, I was like, all right, plot hole.
Yeah. And earlier he said he's trying to find his girlfriend or his wife.
Yeah.
Right? Who disappeared under mysterious circumstances. I think he just kind of appeared at this time, didn't he? He wasn't looking for
it was accidental.
It was accidental.
Yeah. I think he meant to jump into 2018 and he showed up in 2022.
Yeah.
He's like, what year is it? Oh!
And then at this point, Zoe Saldana plays Laura in this movie.
Yeah.
She's his wife. She appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And kills all the goons.
Yeah, she just happened to be in the woods there, just waiting, going, okay, he's about to get beat up, right? Okay, I'm coming in.
Okay, so there was only one joke in the movie that I actually laughed at, and it happens here. So they kill the goons. They all get in the car. They're driving to Zoe Saldana's, Laura's hidden fortress or hidden beautiful beach place, by the way, for someone laying low.
Yeah, on the banks of the forest.
Yeah, so they're driving through the forest that I guess just happens to exist in this spot.
Yeah.
And they're driving, and then Zoe Saldana is like, we got to get off the road. And hear like little Ryan Reynolds, what road? And I was like laughing so hard because my brain said that first.
Stupid. That was such a that was such a serious situation too.
That was the only laugh I had in this movie that actually landed.
Yeah, I can't even remember laughing because this movie was super sad.
It was just super straight liney. That's where Zoe Saldana has been living there for a while, and this great beach cabana. That's why she didn't leave. She didn't want to go back to the future.
The future was garbage. I almost missed that one.
Oh yeah. Back to the future. She didn't want to go.
That was great.
It's like that scene where Doc Brown's like, "We're gonna send you back to the future." But he's like looking around like.
That was so good. Guess I know which movie I'm watching tonight.
Dude, hey, we did an ASMR for that. Check it out.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That was a weird time.
Well, I don't know. We'll try more experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our show is going through puberty, okay?
It's not going through puberty. It just is.
Yeah, it just is. It's effervescence.
Yeah. So then Zoe Saldana tells them that their boss, who is also the business partner, who's always been the business partner since
her name is
was around.
Maya Sorian, played by Catherine Keener.
So she apparently is the big bad, and she's the one who went back in time.
Yes, to talk to her younger self.
To how to invest and make money.
Yeah.
And then went back to the future. To become rich, and then Zoe Saldana found out, and then they tried to kill her.
Yeah, so she got stuck in
22. And then the goons come back, and then Ryan Reynolds and young Ryan Reynolds, the two Adams, escape again.
Yeah, and apparently Zoe Saldana's character, it's Laura. She, for whatever reason, just, I don't know, decides she's better off just staying there, dying, killing these people.
Yeah, right?
That made
She's
no
like,
sense to me.
I'll hold them off.
I mean, it sucked. I was like, no.
Yeah. And then that's when...
With, we'll call her Sorian.
Yeah, Sorian, the big bad.
Yeah.
That's when they needed young Adam to pilot the ship.
Yes.
That's why he had to go back one more time to 2018. So young Adam and old Adam, and two Ryan Reynoldses, go back in time to 2018 to go find their dad, the inventor of time travel.
Yes, because as I mentioned earlier, he had passed away in 2022.
Okay, I'm going to talk about that too because that pissed me off also.
Yeah, so he passed away.
Pissed off. So what happened was they go to the university where Mark Ruffalo, their dad, is teaching at. And then Ryan Reynolds is being Ryan Reynolds, quipping about like time travel or something.
Yeah.
I forgot what about music.
Yes, about music.
About music and idioms or something.
Which was also weird taste in this movie. I don't know why they put
it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess they did talk about like music a couple of times.
Yeah, they did.
Now that I remember it. But at this point, I actually think they just kind of grabbed movies and threw this into it.
Yeah.
Because
hey, it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy. You guys want to try this?
Yeah. Because Mark Ruffalo just turned into Professor Hulk at this point.
Yeah.
Talking about time travel.
He was Professor Hulk.
Time travel.
Yeah.
Because you got to time travel.
Endgame.
Yeah. And he's like, you got to time travel and the rules. Remember we talked about the rules?
Yeah, the rules.
The rules because you don't want to create you don't want to create alternate timelines that you can't fix. You know, they might look like this. Anyway. What are we talking about? Okay. So he says, like, you can't go back in time, and you go back in time and change the time. What are you even doing here? It's theoretical. It's hypothetical. And then the absolute worst deep fake since General Tarkin got caught masturbating on the Death Star. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Neither did I.
Yeah. I actually think Rogue One was the worst Star Wars movie.
I like that movie.
I think she didn't see it. Jennifer Tarkin. He was in it. He was like, he looked really. I fell asleep halfway through it.
Okay,
so I don't know what he did.
It was very slow.
It was. I've never seen the movie all the way through, but every time I've tried to watch it, I either got distracted or fell asleep. And this is the only movie this happened to me with. It's bad.
I don't blame you.
I really wanted to see the stormtroopers come out of the ocean, but they apparently cut that because they didn't know what the heck they were doing.
They didn't know what they were doing.
I want to see stormtroopers on a tropical beach coming out of the ocean. Oh my god! And a giant missed opportunity since I'm here talking about it.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen was in it, right? The IP man.
Yeah,
he was the blind swordsman.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where he gets like shot when he's like dying, and they're trying to like reach for the generator or whatever.
Oh right,
on the beach.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to like. I saw him get shot, right? And he's like, and he's dying, right? And he's like, oh, I got to get to the big switch. I was waiting for like the force theme just to like start a little bit and have him go and just have it close, and then he dies.
No.
Huge missed opportunity. Huge.
I know.
Huge missed.
That's why these movies aren't made anymore.
Oh my god.
Solo came out too, and then there we go.
Huge missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
Actually, I don't know. I think in hindsight that probably was better than Adam Project though.
It definitely was.
I'll tell you what, Adam Project was short as balls though.
It was. That's why I give it a grade that I gave it.
Yeah. So that's when Soren was the name of the guy who killed Captain Kirk. So they're like, I don't know, call him Soren.
Yeah,
Soren.
It rhymes. It's poetry.
Yeah, exactly. Has the worst deep fake with her younger self I've seen in my entire life.
It's so bad. So to give you some background here, Soren and Mark Ruffalo's character, Lewis Reed, were business partners. She was the money behind his science, helped him back, this
time travel.
Wow, it's a time travel movie. It doesn't happen enough.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't become your future, it becomes your past.
Whoa. So
that was Mark Ruffalo talking about time travel.
Exactly.
Now let's get back to Mark Ruffalo talking about time travel.
Yes.
Time travel.
Oh my god. I can't even right now.
So full of can't evens.
So
I want to talk to your manager.
Yeah. So, and Mark Ruffalo had such a punchable face.
That's not your purse.
And he got punched in the face.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Reynolds' character punched him in the face.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds was built like a brick in this movie.
Yeah, he was.
He's always jacked. He even said he's like, when did I discover weights? Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Yeah, the little kid saw him jacked. Like, wow. But anyway, so Soren had some really bad deepfake, the young one. And they're like, well, we got to stop them before they don't make us rich anymore. It's like, I didn't expect to see you anymore.
Yeah, because so now the scheme is Mark Ruffalo's character, Ryan Reynolds' character, young Ryan Reynolds, they're all getting together to...
Okay, here's the thing. They got together first at the Pine Ridge Hotel. I wonder if that was an homage to Twin Pines Mall.
I always feel that. Like, it happened, the same thing happened in, I think it was it Stranger Things?
Maybe. Oh, the mall. Starcourt Mall.
Yeah, they have their mall, and then that other trilogy, or we'll say, the trilogy of scary movies that we watched. where they had the Pines Mall also.
Yeah.
Where everything happened underneath. I feel like everything is a nod to
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Because that was going back to the future from when we were watching it.
Back to the Future.
We said it first.
Originally, the dad didn't want to go through with it.
Yeah.
Because he's like, time travel. Like, you don't mess with time travel. Didn't you see the diagrams?
Yeah, he's like, you're not even supposed to be here.
The implications are terrible. But he knew that they were really his kids just by just by talking to them.
And he knew why they
cool.
were there because, he's a Jedi also.
I know.
He's like, I died.
Mark Ruffalo?
I know
Jedi?
why. No.
Who?
But he knew why they were there.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you meet a time traveler, obviously they're coming back to change something. I've seen Terminator.
I know how it goes.
Yeah, so then he goes home, sees Jennifer Gardner, who's happy now, and sees the dog as a puppy, and Ryan Reynolds as a kid who's not quipping because he's just like a baby.
Yeah.
No, he's not a baby. He's like still like a kid because he's still talking about playing ball.
Yeah.
But he didn't seem like a bad dad in this in the two scenarios.
Well, yeah, because I guess so. Ryan Reynolds' older version of himself just remembered, key elements of his memory, which was, his dad was always working, and he bought him a catch machine so he could play catch with himself.
Yeah.
And then his younger self was like, "You don't remember this? I used to want that thing forever in the window, whatever." And he bought it for us, and now we're playing catch anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
oh, that was one good thing at
issues,
the end.
man.
I gotta put this. Okay. I scribbled there. Doesn't make
that
any
was a
sense.
scribble.
But I'll look at it and be like, oh, I know what I was writing.
Yeah.
And then Mark Ruffalo, their dad, realizes that maybe he was a bad dad. To me, this movie turned into a Terminator movie at this point, where they had to go back to Skynet and destroy, or go back to Cyberdyne
Yes,
to destroy.
they have to destroy
destroy.
destroy. They have to destroy the present to save the future.
Yeah. Okay, so this movie looked a lot like Terminator 3 and Terminator Genesis.
It did. Now that I'm having it play back in my head, I'm like, whoa.
Because they had to go to the super collider to stop the to protect the future. To protect our past, he has to save the future.
That is the way.
Try to think like
the one.
Yeah. Just kidding. Everything you thought, it's gone. It's all gone.
Oh man.
My brain just came to like a
So this movie was breaking my heart as we were watching it, and now that I'm talking about it, it's angering my heart.
Young Ryan Reynolds has a drone.
Yes.
And he's like, was Spear was a little kid killing people at this part.
He was
killing people.
It was a weaponized drone. By the way, it actually belonged to his older self.
But still,
it was from 2050.
So the goons all came to fight to protect your past. You got to save the future.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so
but they were doing the opposite. To protect their future, they must defeat the past. Plot hole.
Maybe it was more like more like Tomorrow War rules.
It was Tomorrow War rules.
Let me check the map here. Okay. So it goes around here, up in there, up there. Oh no.
There's a third rift.
Well, I'm just trying to think of that scene where he showed up here.
Yeah.
And then they went
he fell straight in there.
Oh yeah. And then there was that part where they're in the swampy part where Zoe Zendaya.
Jeez.
Okay.
Get the butcher board for that name. Good Lord.
I'm just thinking like where in the stream it was, because I don't think it was this map anymore.
It was definitely not that map.
No, it wasn't the multiversal.
We'll call this one the Three Cheeks rule.
It wasn't the timey-wimey. It was probably...
What's it, the timey-wimey?
This is the timey-wimey.
That's actual terminology, by the way.
It is. It is actual science fiction terminology. Timey-wimey, multiversal. What do we call it? What do we call the Tomorrow War variant? We call it the ass wipe.
Yeah. The crack of dawn.
The crack of dawn. Yes. The crack of time.
There we go.
We called the crack.
We coined that one. Crack of time.
The crack of time. Okay.
You'll see this on screen.
Hopefully, yeah.
And if you saw it
When I-
earlier,
when I get-
you'll remember.
When I get around, yeah, it's a callback. When I get around to making all those YouTube vids.
Eventually.
Okay, so he kills a lot of those goons. And he turns them into blade dust, like vampire dust.
Yes.
Because apparently, when you kill someone during time travel,
They turn
it's
into blade
messy.
dust. Yep.
They turn into vampire dust, and then they're fighting, and young Ryan Reynolds gets a hold of the lightsaber, turns a lot of people to dust. Then they
And he does, I don't know if you noticed this, sorry. He does a nod to Deadpool. He does a superhero landing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did notice that.
Yeah, so young Ryan Reynolds' character, young Adam stomps
No,
his
Adam.
I don't know, yeah. So young Adam stomps his double lightsaber, and it just zooms him up to the second level where Ryan Reynolds and his dad Ruffalo are fighting Mrs. Bad Sorian over here.
Yeah.
And he does a superhero landing and actually says it.
So they're trying to. Yeah, I know, right? They're trying to get the hard drive at the super collider to protect the future by saving the past. But if you remember, get down. If you remember Terminator, it's Terminator 3 and Terminator Genesis.
Okay.
Terminator 3, he was fighting the TX at the super collider, and she kept on like sticking to it.
Oh,
And
right.
she was like always on it.
You know they did that mechanic also in Fast 9.
Oh my god! But that wasn't.
But it was in a box truck.
I know. Oh yeah, that was balls out though.
That was.
Like this is like ripping off, and then also in Terminator Genesis, they had like the exact same fight scene at the time travel room.
I mean, yeah, how many other ways can you fight a freaking futuristic robot?
Had the super collider.
That's true.
Yeah, and I remember Terminator 2, they had to go to Skynet.
Color me red.
At Terminator 2, they just blew it up. Like, what happened to just blowing stuff up?
I don't know, man.
They did in Terminator Genesis, but they were stealing from themselves
They
that
needed
time.
Bayham. They
Bayham.
needed Bayham.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
still reviewing this movie.
I know. So after they fight all the goons,
Yeah.
the super collider becomes unstable.
Yeah.
And it starts sucking things in.
Yeah, because Super Collider is magnetic, right? So that's how we get crazy propulsion.
That's how they fight.
Kids.
That's
Physics.
That's how they fight the TX
Yeah.
because the TX sticks to it.
Exactly.
Oh, and also the John Connor hybrid Terminator. the magnetism throws off his nanobots, so
Yeah,
he
it does.
becomes like a thing.
Yeah, just a wave. It's like poetry.
It rhymes, yeah. Oh my god! If you saw it, he got stuck to the super collider, right?
I know. I remember.
But when he because he fell down, he got up, but it looked like the monkey like getting up and evolving into man.
Oh, right.
Because like there is a shadow of him like getting up.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh man. You know.
So back to this. So we're talking about this Super Collider.
Terminator Genesis. A lot of people don't get.
I want to get through this movie. Jesus.
Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
anyway, so
you tell.
because of the Super Collider
I'm
here.
gonna think about more Terminator.
Yeah.
references.
So Sorian is the bad guy, right? She's bad gal, we'll say. She's a douchebag. And now we have the three Reed characters. So we have young, old, and father. Is that like a reference to like Christmas?
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Whoa. Who knows? Anyway.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It was a
That
stupid
was a
movie.
stupid stretch.
Shut up and take my money.
That's where I am.
So now someone went from 6 to 8 tonight.
It's like a bucket of cold water just fell on me.
Gross. Ryan Reynolds be damned.
Oh.
No, so now
Ryan
got
Reynolds
it.
does not arouse
That's
me.
funny. So now oh,
I'll tell you what does though.
No.
Zoe Zendaya. Woof. Created in a
that's a
transporter.
callback.
Created in a transporter accident in Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, good. Half man, half fly.
All woman.
God. Oh, I don't need to do any kind of setups ever. This is the best. If you guys listen to us, you won't either. So anyway, so they're dealing with a super collider, and now we have Sorian standing up
With standing up.
So she's holding a gun with this armor-piercing
bullet.
round. Yes.
Oh my god! I bet there was magnetism.
You think
in the armor?
So guess what happens
bullet?
in a super collider when you?
Not only that, but her younger self was standing in front of the super collider.
Yes.
While who she was going to shoot was standing across from her.
And somehow they did this perfect movie math because Ryan Reynolds' dad was going to die, but Sorian shoots the bullet, and somehow this bullet makes a 90-degree turn in mid-flight and shoots through her past self,
making her future self disappear. So they saved the future by protecting the past. Okay, so yeah, they stopped time travel. Apparently, they're dead in its tracks.
Yep. So now the future is rich.
Well, okay, so it went back to the Future rules.
Yeah.
Which is a two-way time travel.
Yes.
But if you remember, when you have to change the time machine back,
Got to fill the gap.
but it takes a while. Remember, Marty was disappearing.
Yeah.
So
He's like doing this.
yeah,
And looking at the picture.
yeah, and he was like, and remember his legs like disappeared from his arms, like he's like falling apart in weird
pretty
places. So they're like, let's go play catch. This was the one scene that I actually thought was kind of good.
I thought they were going to start glowing like Spider-Man.
and just like blip.
Yeah, they were going to blip like, what?
But they played catch and it was kind of yeah. I thought you were the one in a hurry to get out of this one, making fart noises over there.
Who doesn't like a fight?
Hey, you want to hear an IKEA joke?
Tell me.
You gotta make it yourself.
Remember that one? There we go. Hey, tell me it again.
That's okay.
No, seriously, because IKEA's, you got to really look at the instructions again.
Yeah.
It's too meta. Sorry. So young Sorian gets shot.
We already got that part. So he disappears.
So now everything takes time to structure back together, which we're just assuming is a thing. No one really freaking knows.
Well, it's Back to the Future rules.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Gotta follow the rule book, buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna put these rules somewhere online on our website. Time travel rules. So they disappear. Okay, and this pissed me off because they go back to. So Mark Ruffalo's in this time period, so we just assume he goes throughout the rest of the timeline.
Yep.
Then young
we're
Adam,
in 2018 when this happens.
Yeah, young Adam, younger. I mean, like regular Adam, middle Adam. His Mark Ruffalo's still dead.
Yeah.
I thought Sorian killed Mark Ruffalo or something to get everything, but he still apparently
he died in a car crash.
Yeah. So then we become more timey-wimey.
Yes, we do become more timey-wimey.
Because the cost of the...
Like, legitimately, we're not joking. We really do become more timey-wimey.
No, it was an episode of Doctor Who where Rose went back in time and she tried to save her father, but since that happened, it created an infection in time since everything was timey-wimey, and it was a fixed point in the space-time continuum.
And now you know, because knowledge is power.
Yeah, and it's all science. And I am the science.
The more you know.
Yeah, I am the science. What was I going to say? So still dead.
Yeah.
Ryan, I guess young Ryan Reynolds is a little like cooler now.
Yeah.
He's not that big of a D-bag.
Yeah, because older Ryan Reynolds tells him like, hug your mom. Like one of those back-breaking hugs.
Oh, yeah. Even though he doesn't remember this happening, it's still in his DNA somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we go back to Ryan Reynolds prime in the future, 2050 Ryan Reynolds. He is at a, I'll get around to it, but he's at a planetarium.
Which was a plot hole. Do you want me to explain this? This plot hole was because...
Planetarium.
Yeah, so planetarium, whatever the hell they were
Planetarium.
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 Arium.
Planetarium.
Wasn't it called a planetarium?
Planetarium.
Okay. Anyway, like I was...
Ever seen South Park?
That went way over my head. Wow, I could hear that Learjet. Anyway, so the plot hole here is that they met at the academy, is what Ryan Reynolds said.
Yeah.
But because they changed the past, the future is obviously going in a different trajectory.
They changed the past to protect the future.
Exactly. So because that happens, Zoe Saldana's character was actually in the wrong place at the right time. And now Ryan Reynolds is, for whatever reason, in a planetarium.
Say that word again.
Planetarium. planetarium.
Look at how it's spelled.
I've seen it. I know
Planetarium. Planetarium.
It's a planetarium. Man, English is hard.
If you look, Google, I'll put up on the screen. Google how you say planet, and I'm gonna have the little ball. Planetarium.
Because it goes from planet to planetarium.
Planetarium.
Or does it go planetarium?
No, the word planet is there.
I know.
Planet.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Planetarium.
For the sake of confusion. Anyway, so now they meet at a planetarium, and she's planetarium. she's at the wrong place at the right time again.
Why is this a plot hole?
Because what the hell was he doing in the planetarium?
Oh, they went to call instead of meeting in the army.
Seems kind of fishy.
At the beginning, they met in the army, or at least that's the story he told young Adam, right?
Yeah.
But instead of that, they are meeting at the university.
I get it.
But, it made more sense before because I guess there could be two barracks. Like if you're in like Station 12B in the, the Army barracks. Yeah. But not like, a
whole different building.
Oh, yeah. It's a different school. So I guess it could be USC, UCLA maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2022. How dumb is she?
People are getting dumber.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw Idiocracy. Brondo.
It's coming true.
Brondo. But the thing is, the timey-wimey picked in, and they were able to get back together.
Yes, get back together.
Because of the echo of the Doctor Who verse.
It was pretty heartwarming, I will not lie, because like we always say, comedic actors just have a range.
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey.
Oh, my God.
So they get together, We also forgot to mention that Mark Ruffalo gets to play catch with his future and present son.
Didn't we?
We did skip right over that. Right. Well, we were talking about how they disappeared, but before they disappeared, they were playing catch. And it was pretty cool because catch is awesome.
I guess. It was better than catch.
What?
Baseball.
You got a catch to play baseball. Woo!
Yeah.
I do like baseball better than just catch.
Yeah, exactly. Just catch. You know what's catch on steroids?
What?
Dodgeball.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Try doing that with an actual baseball.
you call that broken eye socket.
A death ball. Oh, man. Do you want to get to the grade summaries already? I don't know where this one went.
I think that kid...
I could go back in time.
I think that kid killed too many people.
He did. And he was totally okay with it, man.
Yeah, no moral implications.
Oh, he's like, these people exist in the past. They don't matter.
I'm going to go first. I'm going to give this one a C. Adam Project is fun, but a very formulaic hodgepodge of other science fiction movies. And I really don't have a whole lot more to say about that.
There wasn't a lot to say.
Not a lot of calories in this. I think...
no, man. I needed some more filler. I need more time travel.
I need more Turning Red.
Yeah.
I need more emotion. I need some Pixar in my Netflix.
For real. If you want that, you go to Disney Plus because apparently they're releasing all their movies on Disney Plus. Anyway, I will give this one a B. I said, you'd think you'd be tired of watching Ryan Reynolds playing different versions of himself, but he delivers yet again. The only problem here was it was already done and there wasn't enough time travel. That was it. It was good. It wasn't great. Wasn't bad.
But I was also thinking about the
Terminators every time I saw this thing.
Yeah.
I was like, where's Sarah Connor?
Well, I was thinking about the Tomorrow War reference to their version of time travel when they went to the Mossy Point.
Yeah.
Because they had to go through the woods. And they were like, what road?
Was it Hangling?
No, it was not that it was Hangling, but they had to go up the stems of the forest to get to the Mossy Point.
Oh, that's very true.
Where Zoe Zendaya. I'm seriously, this is broken to me. My brain cannot differentiate these two names anymore. Zoe Zendaya.
No, you said that wrong too.
I can't.
It's Zoe Zaldana and Zendaya.
Zendaya. She needs a first name.
They are very similar. That is her first name. I think she goes by one name like Seal.
No, she does do that, but she's got two names.
I don't even know her last name.
Why don't we call her Stacy Zendaya?
Stacy Zendaya?
Yeah. Just so she could have a first name.
Holland Zendaya. Because they're pretty much married, man.
You know how like in the cast of credits, like when the movie ends and they have like just the stars come up first. You know, it's like Tom Holland. This is Zendaya. People will get confused and think the movie is called Zendaya, even though they just watched it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because like
it's just like one name. You're like,
yeah,
is that Seal?
Yeah, it's like Armageddon, but it's like Zendaya. You know?
Hey, this is the weirdest movie ever.
Yeah.
It's a weird name for a Spider-Man movie.
Let's call her Stacy Zendaya from now on.
Stacy Zendaya.
So I'm going to Photoshop that name on any Zendaya project that we have in the future. Stacy Zendaya.
Man. That's something.
Dude, I totally forgot what we were doing. Were we reviewing a movie?
I think we're done reviewing the movie.
Okay,
we dropped our letter grades here.
Oh, man.
Just remember, guys, to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Do things. I don't know.
Anyway,
watch us, listen to us.
That's been our review of The Adam Project. I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Opanetta. We will catch you next time.
And then I saw the T-1000.
I forgot the name of the movie.